Hello and welcome to Jabberjaw. I'm your host, Jessica Dawson Collier, and with me, as always, is Tyson Wheeler Dynas and Matthew David Smith. Guys, welcome.
Thank
Hello.
you.
Hello. How are we
Thanks for
doing?
having us again.
Always. My door's always open to you both. Everyone else can fuck off. Sorry, Lita.
I'm good. I went to the doctor today at the dentist for a cleaning. I have to have four cleanings.
Nice.
I have to have four cleanings a year because my teeth are not very good. And it was nice. I think I convinced them. They all like me there for some reason. I think I
I
convinced
don't know
them.
what that reason would be.
I know. Uh,
Bad joke. All right.
they have. Yeah, it's all the money that I give them. I think probably. Uh, but
hmm
the they have little coats, little like personalized coats that they all wear. These zip up fleece shiny things, and it has like their little restorative dental thing, and then they have
Oh,
embroidered their names into it, followed by like whatever they are, whether they're a dental technician or the letters that you get when you become a doctor
Ah,
or of
yes.
some sort of medical professional. So
Uh-huh.
I asked them if they would make me one and just put and just just put Tyson, and then behind it just put customer. And I on the way out, I was talking to the office manager, and she's like, I'm the person that could make that happen. I'm like,
Oh
I'm,
my God, they do
I'm,
love you.
and I was like, you know what? I'm an XL, and I'll even pay you for it if it's wholesale. And so,
They
wow. I
have to.
like
Oh
that.
my God, that's
Wow.
amazing.
so
That is
anyway, we'll
amazing.
just find out. And this is another thing too. Is my sister? It's actually my sister's dentist, but I've been going there a couple of years. But she's the one that recommended her. And this is the third time that we have scheduled dental appointments on the same day. In the last 2 years, we've scheduled 3 different days where we've been there on the same day, unbeknownst to us. At first, I thought that
Wait,
they were
what?
doing it on.
Weird.
That
Yeah.
is
So
weird.
at first I was like, "That is, you guys are doing this on purpose, right? Maybe you're going alphabetically." That's that's because that's the only
Right.
thing I can think of. They don't go alphabetically, but they were like, "Would you guys, and like, like I usually run into her. I didn't today because I got done early, but she was there. I was there at 1:30, and she was supposed to be there at 2:40. So it's just weird.
Uh,
That
We
is
both,
weird.
yeah, it's
Like I
strange.
can
But
hear like Robert Stack like talking in my head right now and being like, like really can't. Like that's weird. That's creepy. Like yeah, that's weird, man.
I know. Because they think we're doing it, and I think they're doing it, and nobody. It's just weird coincidence. So,
Oh
but
yeah.
it's happened so many times now. It's like we book 3 months out in advance, or because she has to come in
sure.
4 times a year. So it's just been working like this. It's just weird.
That
So
is so funny.
yeah. Anyway, I went to the dentist. They told me that I love it. I'm very honest with them, and they're like, I had a dental technician the first time. Her name was Anna, and she's like, "Do you brush your teeth and floss?" And I said, "I brush my teeth." End of statement. And then and she goes, and then she was like, just working on my teeth. This is last time, and then
Uh huh.
she goes, end of statement. That's funny. Like a big pause, and then I was like, okay. And then and so today she was flossing my teeth, and she's like, "So, was the last time you flossed your teeth when I flossed your teeth?" And I was like, "Bingo." And it's like, so, anyway,
You're right,
yeah.
Chief. Yeah. I get really pissed about the flossing thing. I'm like,
they,
Jesus. I
my
will
dentist,
when I have stuff in my teeth. Sorry.
yeah. I mean, I have those little picks, when I eat celery and or chicken wings. That's when I usually need to floss my teeth because I get stuff stuck
Yeah,
in there.
chicken wings are a bad one. Black
Yeah,
beans with me too. Like they'll just get all up in there. I'm like, what? How does that happen?
but
Popcorn kernels. The
Popcorn.
list goes
oh
Yeah.
on. Yeah.
Yeah. Popcorn.
yeah, that gets in there too. Yeah, anyway, my dentist was like, she's like, "Look, you need to floss, or you can come in here 4 times a year, and we'll just take care of your teeth." And her husband's a dentist, and she's
Uh-huh.
like, "That's what my husband does. He doesn't floss because he knows I'll clean his teeth 3, 4 times a year, so he doesn't have to floss."
So it is. So you
Uh,
were right in assuming it was a life
Yeah.
choice, like an
Yeah.
appropriate life
it is a
choice,
life choice
and
if
she
you.
verified that for you. If
She
you
did.
had the means, if you
If you
have the
have the means,
means,
you don't have to floss. If
I
you
think you
like
won
my
that.
insurance, my my insurance covers many cleanings a year, so I'm like, fine, let's do
Wow.
There you go.
it. So anyway, there you go, kids. Don't floss if you can afford it.
If you
Helpful
can
tips
afford
with Jabberjaw. I like it.
Uh,
How was
Helping
your
the
week,
little guys.
guys, or your day?
Or both.
fine. Good.
It's good.
Very good. Yeah, I would say very good, actually. Yeah.
That
Oh,
was like
yeah.
a mood
I
swing.
started a baseline and then I worked my way up, and that's
Yeah,
where
you
I
did.
landed.
You're like,
Yeah,
yeah.
no, it was actually a very good last few days. We had a nice weekend. Went to an IU alumni event, so I got to stay in a fancy hotel
Ooh.
in like 3 miles from my house, which that feels
I
fancy.
love that. I
Yeah,
love that
like that feels
staycation stuff.
like because
Yeah.
I love like, and Tyson, I think we've all discussed this, like just how I don't know, we have an affinity for just like hotel rooms. Like it's fun. It's a fun experience just by just
Yeah.
the I don't know why. It's like usually like the cable situation absolutely sucks. But I will say, though that I knew the beds in this establishment were like amazing. There was just like crazy expensive, and so the bed was
Ooh.
exceptionally comfortable and totally worth the
You know,
effort. So
I like
that's
that.
awesome. You know what?
yeah, it was
Matt.
nice.
Though the thing about that hotel cable thing is that you'll end up watching shit that you've never watched before. Like remember the last hotel room we were in, we watched Into the Woods, which is a show that we
That
would
is
not watch
true.
normally.
Actually, that is very true. Yeah, and we did. I don't remember what we actually know. We actually wound up watching like the last half of The Godfather and then the first part of The Godfather Part Two. So it actually worked for my entertainment value. Actually worked
That's
out
pretty
quite
good.
nicely. Yeah, quite
Yeah,
nicely.
that's not bad.
AMC really pulled through for us on that one, and I appreciated it.
Yeah.
And so it was like otherwise it was going to be more Guy Fieri fare. Like usually it's just like we default to Guy Fieri. Like if there's nothing else on,
Triple D.
Guy Fieri
Yep.
is in one of his sort of variations is out there, and I will watch. And it's just I don't know. It's weird, but it works. So
It does.
good
It's entertaining.
weekend. Very cold. Got very cold. I was telling Dawson before the show. I was actually washed both my cars on Thursday afternoon because it was 75 degrees, and then shoveled on Saturday because it snowed. So it was just about a 50-degree temperature differential in 36 hours was it's a little bit entertaining, but I guess it's I don't know, it's the season.
Midwest life,
Oh, Midwest life.
Hashtag Midwest life.
Midwest life. Yes.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's,
Dawson, how
it's
was
great.
your weekend or day? I guess you get to pick any frame of time that is both happy and entertaining. So
yeah.
how about it?
My day is fine, I would say. I was telling Smith before the show that yesterday, much like you, Tyson, I took a day off just to take care of like the doctor stuff. So went and got a physical, dentist, eye appointment. Our cat went to the vet. That was a whole thing. He does not like to go, and he definitely is on to our shenanigans when it comes to like getting him in the carrier. He won't do it. He was like hissing and batting at Jonas, which he has never done before. Like Jonas is like the favorite. He can't do any wrong. Except yesterday he did. It was not pretty. So that was fun. I'm glad yesterday's over. But now today it's like, the day after you take a day off and your inbox is like fucked and then everything else. But it's fine. And then also I took Friday off because we celebrated our 6th wedding anniversary. Happy anniversary, Wubs.
Happy anniversary.
Who will not listen to this
like
ever?
6 years ago. That was crazy.
It
that
certainly
was a great
does
Isn't that
not.
crazy?
It's a great wedding.
Yeah, it's a little weird. But we went to Cheyenne, Wyoming. Which every time I say that to people, they're like, "Why? You have family there?" I was like, "Why not? I don't know." We have this thing where we want to visit all the states. So I was like, Jonas has never been to Wyoming. It's literally an hour and a half from where we live in Colorado, just straight shot. And we went. Have you guys been there before? Have you been to Cap City of Wyoming?
I don't think I've been to Wyoming actually.
Driven through there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
I
may
feel
have
like
driven
that's
through
most
there, but
people, including
yeah,
myself prior to this last weekend. It
yeah.
was pit stop on the way to Idaho. So
Yeah, I mean,
but
we've done.
it's
We
fine.
did. Yeah, well, I mean, it looked nice. It looked like it looked like an old western town. That's what
Yeah.
in your pictures. And from what I remember. But every place in rural Wyoming looks like an old western town to me. So you
Oh
know,
yeah. Same.
uh,
But it was
that's
definitely like, MAGA land. I like as soon as we rolled in, it was just like, oh fuck, did we make a mistake? Like lots of weird bumper stickers, lots of weird people. And I was just like, where is the hotel? Are we like, is our car safe? Like that sort of situation. Uh but it was actually fine. We stayed at this hotel called the Plains Hotel, an old historical hotel. It was built in like 1911. And we were within walking distance to a bunch of bars and restaurants and breweries. So we had a great time. Like, I don't know, we played at an arcade the night of our anniversary and went and had
Nice.
uh
yeah.
what was it, steak at this really nice restaurant where you can draw stuff on the tablecloth, like that sort of place. It's not really nice. Um, and then we went back to the hotel and drank a lot of tequila and then decided to go ghost hunting. And that was a fun experience. Um, we ended up meeting the night clerk. Her name is Jewel. Shout out to Jewel. I did tell her about the podcast because obviously
Nice.
tequila. Yeah. Um, but yeah, we were just like, I don't know, bullshitting around the lobby, and she had gotten pizza and like had a drink. There was definitely alcohol in it because she was wasted, and I was like, girl, you can't be wasted when you're working, but whatever you do to you, like no judgment. She's like, what do
Magaland.
you guys do? Yeah, Magaland, why not? Um, she was like, what are you guys doing? We're like, oh, we're ghost hunting. She's like, oh, well, let me take you down in the basement. Out of nowhere, puts her pizza down. We went down in the basement. That shit
Wow.
was crazy. Yeah, it was weird.
I like that she like thought that was just a completely normal response to
Yeah.
her question.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah, right. And she had a response in mind, which, yeah, damn, Jewel, if you're listening,
Yeah.
Oh,
Props
I
to you,
love
Jewel.
her.
yeah,
Yeah, I
absolutely,
mean,
you are
Jewel's
on top of
great.
that customer service. Holy
Oh, she
shit!
was
Wow.
amazing.
And
Yeah.
was there anything entertaining in the basement, or was it just like,
So there was a radio in the way back that was on by itself. That was weird. There was a bunch of like
I
random
that
hate
old
is
that.
stuff, which was
I
really
hate that.
weird. There were these doors with weird numbers on them that were padlocked, and I'm not shitting you, like 5 or 6 times. I'm like, what is behind those doors? Like, what is happening down here?
That is
Um,
spooky.
It was pretty spooky. And then they had like there are all these spots that she has to check every night for homeless people because it's winter now and they.
oh
So
yeah.
she's showing us all these spots, which I think it was like, okay, Jonas is kind of a big guy. She was like, I'm going to bring him with me tonight to check out all these spots. Luckily they're doing a dumb ghost tour, so whatever. Um but yeah, I mean, weird pillows in places. And then I thought somebody was surely going to jump out at us. It did not happen, thankfully. But we were in the basement for like 45 minutes or so.
Wow.
It was pretty crazy.
Wow.
Meanwhile, no one's answering the phone upstairs.
Yeah, no one. I mean, they lock the doors though because of the homeless. Like they'll just come in and like sleep in the lobby. So they lock the doors at like 9 o'clock. And you
Yeah.
have to call whatever if you want back in or put into a key code. But it was so funny when we got upstairs. She was like, "Now let me take you to the most haunted room in the hotel." And I was just like, "Oh, let's do it." Because Jonas, he'll do anything, and he's a skeptic, so he's like, "Yeah, let's do it." And the room
Had to have been
number,
where the continental breakfast was. That's
I
has
know,
to be
right?
there.
Yeah.
Has to be. Sorry.
But we did. So she got the the key for it. We go up the stairs and we get down the hallway, and there's a please do not disturb sign on the door. And Jonas is the first one to go, are you sure nobody's in that room? She's like, oh yeah, we keep it vacant because it's so haunted. And Jewel is drunk. Like she's like, I don't even know at this point if she actually works there drunk. Like it's not good.
She just
But
ordered
she has
pizza.
a bunch of
Hanging
keys.
out.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my God. You guys would have loved it. Like you,
That's
especially
awesome.
you, Tyson, you would have been like, this is the best. Um, So she opens up the door, and as soon as she opens up the door, it hits the latch like somebody is in it because we
Somebody
had
did it.
said, "Oh my god!" And this woman goes, "Hello," like she had just been woken up, and Jewel
Yeah.
was like, "Hello, this is the night clerk, and we were just
Oh,
wondering if
jeez.
everything was okay." Meanwhile, I am laughing so hard. I have my head in my shirt. I'm running down the hallway. I feel so bad. I'm like, what the fuck are we doing? Like, that was our ghost adventure. So Zach Baggins, call me if you need some
That
help with
was
yours.
I've watched him and his work, and that was far more successful than anything I've ever seen him put on tape. So yeah, that
Oh
wow,
my god, it was
wow,
fun. It was
that
super fun, but
that
yeah, we had a great time. And the
that
only
sounds
scary
awesome.
thing that happened was actually that night and the morning after. I felt like somebody sat down in between us in the middle of the night, and then
Mm.
I felt for Jonas's foot, and it was not there. And I would not open my eyes. I just kept them closed until I went back to sleep. That was fucked up. And then the other thing that happened, I was in the bathroom. I come out the next morning. Jonas is just casually brushing his teeth. He's like, "Oh yeah, one of the decorative pillows just moved by itself." I was like, "Are you sure?" And he was like, "Oh yeah, I saw it. It was weird. Dead serious." So
Wow.
Wow,
yeah,
I
we
gotta
had
I gotta
a.
stay at this place. I kind of
I'm
really
telling
want to stay
you,
at this
you
place.
guys. Now I want us like next BFF trip to like go to a
I
really haunted hotel and have some shit go down.
I think that's like a fantastic idea.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Jason,
behind this
what do you
100%.
think about that? Are you down? I'll bring
Well,
some sage.
like the Eldridge in Lawrence, on their on their uh,
Yeah.
on their counter where you check in is a picture of a ghost, supposed ghost. That it's a picture of their elevator, and there's just kind of this apparition-looking thing inside the
Uh-huh.
elevator, and it's
What?
actually just framed in a picture, and they just keep it on the check-in thing. It's a nice conversation starter if you're not,
Sure.
But and then they have a room that's supposedly quite haunted, and my friend Jess Frick Commons, whatever her name is now, she
Yeah, do we just call her Frick? And
yeah,
Jess
Frick.
listens too. Hi, Jess.
Hi Jess. I didn't know you listened. So anyway, she stayed at that hotel when she came up to pitch an idea for to a company that I was working at, and I
Mm-hmm.
think she stayed in the room next to the haunted room or whatever. Uh,
Oh.
but anyway, that would be an easy one to get to because it's just right in Lawrence. Although, I mean, I'm down with that because I kind of like being stupid scared sometimes. It's
I do too.
hilarious, and
Yeah.
it's hilarious also that you get scared because it's probably dumb and bullshit. Although the 5 padlocks would have had me being like,
I don't
Yeah.
know. That freaked me out, and I'm not shitting you. When we were on the fourth floor and we were close to that room, I don't know if it was a mind game, but I definitely like felt cold spots, and it got real quiet. And at every other floor we were on, totally fine.
Huh.
huh, neat.
Also, the band Hairball was staying at the same hotel.
They were
And
at the hotel. I
they
knew
were
they
at
were
the
playing.
hotel.
Yeah.
Yes, they
Wow.
were playing across the street, and then they were at our hotel. And then
But they just
drunk Jewel was like, "Hey, do you want to go into Hairball's room? I got a key." And we're like, "Jewel, enough! Like, eat your pizza,
you know
sober
what?
up. We gotta go."
Uh,
I just want to go. I just
uh,
want to go meet Jewel. I don't care.
we got to find out. Like that's the problem though, right? Is I don't. It's pretty creepy to call me like, we'd love to stay at your hotel. When would Jewel happen to be visiting?
Yeah.
And
Well, that was the thing too with John is because, like, again, tequila. But we walk into our room after we've like, shown Jewel where she should go to pass out and eat her pizza, and he
Yeah.
goes, "Okay, M. Night Shyamalan, plot twist: Jewel is not real." And we just got a
oh,
tour by the ghost that haunts this place. And I was like, okay, I'm not that drunk yet, but that would be really freaky if that was the case.
I'm glad your ghost was also drunk too. Like that. That's
Yes.
pretty fucking
That's
cool. Like that.
yeah.
Like
That is the way to do
Oh,
it.
that's. I don't know if I've seen that before. I've heard of
I don't,
haunting, but
yeah.
hang out with a drunk
A
ghost
drunk ghost,
might be the
though.
first. That might be the
Mm,
first. So
mhm, mhm.
They
Yeah.
keep trying. They keep trying to grab stuff. They forget their ghosts. It's like, God damn it!
For
God damn it!
hours,
I can't
days.
try to get this. Trying to pick up a mug of beer. Like, "Arr." Yeah.
Being dead
Uh,
sucks. Yeah. So
I'm
I don't
dead.
know. I hope I don't get Jewel fired, but I'm pretty sure she might get herself fired if she keeps
Yeah.
up with her
I would
lifestyle. So just
You know,
saying.
nothing paranormal about that. No, it's just
I mean, honestly, now that I'm thinking about it, it would have been so much fun to be drunk working those overnights at the hotel. I mean, yes, I would have been fired immediately, but boy,
Well,
just
yeah,
one
but you
night,
did that a lot, Tice, right? Like
worked
for a
over. Yeah,
while. Yeah,
well, for
yeah,
a
yeah.
while, yeah, yeah. No, I didn't drink and work overnights. Well,
No, you
no,
did not. You were very professional. We
I mean,
tried. I feel like we tried to get you, and you're like, nope.
nope. um, I should say, I would just want to say that it was because your anniversary is 2 days after our anniversary, Beth
Yes,
and
it
I,
is.
and so, and I don't know why I keep forgetting that. But it was our ninth anniversary. If you want to feel older, Matt, still. Um,
Wow. I
but
was
yeah.
she,
wondering.
Wow,
It wasn't. I was like, it's not 10, but it's
it's almost
definitely 8 or
10.
9. Yeah.
close
Okay.
Yeah.
ish. Yeah.
But the thing, so she's still recovering. She's still sore and whatever. So we couldn't go
Yeah.
out and do anything. Cure was gone. So I was like, let's just get whatever we want. So we had we door dashed Gus's chicken, and then we and
Oh,
then
nice.
and then in the total, like, fuck it, it's our anniversary, we ordered 2 pieces of cheesecake from the Cheesecake Factory. So we got 2 different door dashes from 2 different places,
Nice.
and
I
then we watched,
love that.
yeah, and then we
Yeah.
watched
Hell
the,
yeah.
yeah. So anyway, next year we'll have to do something more spectacular.
Well, next year's the Big Ten, so you have to.
Yeah, well, ghost hunt. She would not
Oh my
like
God, please do it. Oh yeah. I don't see Beth having a good
she
time
would
with
not,
that.
she would not know. She'd rather go to Vegas than go on a ghost hunt. Although we did go on a we did go on a ghost tour. To be fair, that was kind of fun in Kansas City, but it
Really?
wasn't like we
Where?
were. We went. They had a bus and they just drove us around. Like they took us to Central Station or wherever that place is. You know, the place with
Union
the train.
Station?
Union Station. Yeah, I live here.
Hmm.
Lived here for years. Can't remember it. Been there several times. Can't remember
I
it.
love trains, so I'm kind of a weird person like that.
We went there, and then we went to a church that was supposedly haunted. But we went,
Cool.
but we went to this place that was like incredibly creepy. It was in the middle of KCK. I mean, in like a rundown area, and it was like this
Uh-huh.
mansion that was built in like the 1870s, and like so many people died there. Somebody hung themselves. A toddler
Whoa.
drowned. A toddler drowned in like a little reflective pool.
Hmm.
Uh, anyway, it's a historical landmark. So like, it's literally boarded up. No one lives there, um, and they can't sell it because it's historical. Because no one wants to buy it
Right.
because we'd have to rethink.
Right.
So
Right.
that was really cool. But what made it even cooler was that there was a bunch of drunk people in our tour because
Uh-huh.
it was in a bus, and so when we pulled up, the the guy that was giving the tour, it was midnight basically by the time we got there, and
Yeah.
the guy who was giving the tour got very serious and he's like, "Listen, you guys have to be quiet." He's like, "Because there's a caretaker that lives next door, and he has
Uh-huh.
come out with a shotgun and
Oh shit.
threatened the tour numerous times." And so
Oh,
everybody's like, "Okay." And then there's like 3 drunk people in the back, and they're like, "Woo!"
Yeah.
And they're like,
Exactly.
and their girlfriends are like,
yep.
"Shut up, shut up, shut up, hee, shut up," And anyway, we go out. There's barbed wire, electric fence. There's dogs on the property, like patrolling it,
Oh
and
shit. Okay.
and then sure
Wow.
as shit, the guy with the shotgun comes out, and the tour guy is like, he's like doing damage control. Didn't see any ghosts, but there was a nut with a shotgun, so that was really pretty fun too.
That's
I,
scary.
it
Yeah.
was the people
It
that put the tour
counts.
on. It's the people that own those 4 haunted houses, in the flats in Kansas
Yeah.
City.
Right. 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 Yeah.
It's the same group that did the tour, so it was kind of
Interesting.
fun.
I
Yeah,
like it.
we take ghost tours all the time because it's just it's part historical, part whatever. That's kind of a
Well,
thing
You think
I don't know. It's kind of fun to do.
their like insurance company is aware that there's just a random guy that comes out with a shotgun that is not part of the act on everyone?
You would think,
I think it's
yeah,
a
yeah. There should be
somewhat risky
something.
proposition.
I was
Uh,
like, yeah, because I was like, you know what? We paid $26 to take this tour. I mean, I'm saying like maybe six of that went to gas because it was a fucking school bus, and then I mean, this guy's probably making like, $6 or $7 a person on this tour, and he's got to deal with a shotgun wielding maniac. It doesn't seem
right,
worth it,
Doesn't
right.
seem right.
And
Yeah.
there's not the margin for that dude to like be a part of the act. So like, yeah,
No,
it's
there's not.
legit.
No.
So yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
It's a good
it
point.
was. I mean, the fact that the fact that the bus basically peeled out when we left that place I was like, this guy is not. This was not. I was like, this wasn't fake. This was a real thing. So
that's pretty awesome.
yeah,
Oh.
it was interesting, uh, and yeah, I don't know, but it was weird. They were like, because they were like, sometimes you can see lights up in the windows, and half the windows are broken out, but it still looked
Uh-huh.
super gothic and weird. And we went to another house that was supposed to be haunted. Another place here in town. There's a bunch of haunted places to visit in Kansas City.
To visit. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've heard that. I just haven't scoped any of them out. I know some friends of ours who actually moved back to Hayes from Kansas City. They did like an overnight at an old asylum in Kansas City, and I can't remember the name of it, but I was like, I would
Mm.
not do that. No, thank you. Like a 1 hour tour, I'm good with, but to stay overnight at a place, no,
Yeah, in
no.
St. Joe they have one of those. They have an old asylum that's been, I think, shut down in the 40s, but they let you do overnight stays and whatever. I don't know. Like I would.
Yay. Yeah,
I
no.
mean, I would say it would be the same as me camping. Like I would be just as uncomfortable in a haunted house as I would be sleeping on the ground. So I think I could handle it, but I wouldn't like it. Uh,
Yeah.
you know.
I think
That's
that
fair.
it sounds like a haunted house is just an excuse for like shitty furnishings. That's the you like that's
Yeah.
we'd have to replace this bed, but haunted.
It's haunted. This is a bed that ate people. Deathbed.
The
Deathbed.
deathbed.
That's a movie. I've
It
got
is
a
a
copy
movie.
of
I
it.
know.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
know. I'm only
Yeah.
aware of it because
Oh,
of you. I'm pretty sure, but yeah, I know. I am
I
aware
didn't
of
know
Deathbed.
that.
Yeah, so I don't. We
Adding
may
it
have
to the
watched
list.
that together. Actually, I don't know because it had such a
We,
great
we
title.
might have. I've seen it. I've seen it. We might have watched it together.
Would not surprise me.
uh,
Uh,
I,
but yeah, that's
Yeah.
it. I mean, like, Cheyenne's fun. And actually, the people there are very sweet, very friendly. I was pleasantly surprised, and great
was
Mexican
the
food too.
ooh
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
was the hotel just overrun with hairball groupies? Just everywhere.
Oh my god.
Just
Well, I
saying.
I don't know if they were, but there are a lot of people because Jonas and I. So when you go to the second floor, you can tell they were staying in the presidential suite, of course, whatever.
Of course they were.
Uh,
Yeah.
and there's this little
They all
area with a
shared a
bunch of.
bed. Weird. All right, whatever.
Oh, I'm gonna get so much shit. Two of my friends have yelled at me, Megan and Melissa, Megan Solomon, who you guys know. Dawson, shut up. Hairball's great. I'm like, are they? Like, let's be real. Um,
You should.
but
We should
Jonas,
explain. Hairball is a '80s metal cover band, basically, right?
yes, it is. Yes,
Yes.
to my
Okay.
knowledge,
Okay.
I have not seen them. Have you guys seen them?
No,
I have
Okay,
not. No.
okay. Have
No.
you
but I
heard their
mean,
music or enough
Did
of
'80s.
they?
it
Did
to
they? No.
know?
Did they play the Wild West Fest? Is this why this is part of our
Yes,
Yes.
lexicon? Okay. All right.
yes.
All
Yes.
right. Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
And according to my friend Melissa, it was quote unquote the best concert she's ever been to.
All right. Well, she's obviously been to two concerts.
You-
I
or a
love
lot
you,
of
Mel.
really
I
bad
love you.
concerts.
She saw
Yeah.
she saw
Which
Hairball and the
ones?
Oak Ridge Boys in 1985.
Oh my
Uh,
god, something. But I will
Uh,
say, we were thinking like, should we go to that concert just for shits and giggles? And the line of people, it was just like, no, I can't. Like every other person had a
oh,
mullet, every other person, I was like that kind of crowd. I was just like, no, thanks, it's okay. So when Jonas and I were chilling on the second floor, there's like this little waiting room area with like old photos and a couple of like just like memorabilia from back in the day. And I mean, it was like a revolving door outside the presidential room. And everyone that came out had one of those dumb, like black hairball hoodies on. I was just like, holy shit. And that's actually where we met Jewel. I think, honestly, she was headed over there with a pizza and her drink to like go just knock on their door and
Hang
hang
out.
out. Yeah. I would bet money on that. I should have asked her that, but I'm pretty certain that's what was happening. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I love the
Random,
idea that
weird night.
I like the idea that maybe Hairball was selling merch out of their hotel room. That's great.
It wouldn't surprise me at all. Yeah.
What a great move.
Yeah. Why not?
Back to the room. You just
That
it's
is
Yeah.
actually, yeah.
$30
Yeah.
minimum purchase, but you could come
Yeah.
in and hang out. You could
Oh,
watch us all
yeah,
sleep in the
that's
same bed together for some reason. It's that libel
that is a
slander. I don't
that's
know
a
what it
Go
is.
get an autograph.
that's a great move. It's just like, to like have somebody like whisper into somebody's ear, "Hey, you really want to?" Then you hit them with the merch booth as soon as they get in the room. I love it. I love that. Like that is
I hope most of
Ticketmaster
it's
is
like under the bed though. They just like pull something out. They're like, "Oh, you want a hoodie? You want a T-shirt? I think we got something else under there."
You don't have a record player. Well, we only sell vinyl, so you want to buy this record player we brought? We'll sign it.
And it
Okay.
actually belongs to the hotel. Or like,
Yeah.
"Hey, Hairball, you're famous in these parts, but not that famous."
They're probably signing kids up for Visa cards too. Yeah, that's like, you know, give you this free T-shirt, this free
Oh
Hairball
man.
T-shirt.
Oh.
$500 to do with you what you wish. What you wish.
Oh man.
And a big bag of M&Ms.
Yeah. Well, good for Hairball. I'm glad those
Good
guys.
for them.
You know,
Like, yeah,
right?
that's a
Same.
good for them.
I mean, they're making a good living. Like their tour bus looked really nice, and
I'm sure. But I
presidential
mean,
suite, whatever.
I feel like
Living it
being
up.
an '80s metal cover band is kind of like shooting fish in a barrel for a pretty wide group of people in the United States. Like I
Oh
feel
yeah,
like you could make a substantial living, knowing how to play every Great White song for some reason. But it's all right. I mean, whatever.
Just
More power to
I
them.
mean, yeah, why not?
I can't. I
Hayes,
can't play that
Kansas loves you. Cheyenne, Wyoming loves
yeah.
you. Just yeah, it's great.
Well, Tyson, I remember you telling it me years ago, back when we were both living in Orlando, like how much some of those cover bands would get paid for playing on the Disney adult experience or what is. I don't even know if it exists
like
anymore. Or
they're like
Fantasia Island. What was it called?
it was like what was that called?
It was a Pinocchio reference to like the Bad Island.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
It was
Wow.
the adult section of.
It was, yeah. It was like an adult theme park, like night theme park. Anyway,
No, it was like
whatever
they
was
made
fun.
like $3 to $5 a night. Just
Yeah,
for like 2 hours,
yeah,
maybe 3
right.
hours.
For like 300-400 people probably, and yeah, it was good because
Friend
I
of mine
don't know
did,
if you like. I think that's why it came up. Yeah, I think we knew somebody that we talked to about it or something.
Okay.
well, my friend Davey, he used to play acoustic at like that a nice restaurant downtown, and he would play Friday nights and Saturday nights, and he got $1,500 a night just to play acoustic covers. Like
Wow.
Whoa.
talk about boosting your income. If you did that, if you got $3,000 every week, 52 weeks, $170,000 a year under the table. I mean, that's
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, it's not taxable, so
so.
yay.
Yeah, I had my principles, and so while I was barely paying rent, I was living the dream. So even though I could play Poison's "Every Rose Has Its Thorn" pretty well, but
Oh wow.
And do.
I know I
Yeah.
still can. Just saying,
It's a crowd pleaser.
people loved it. We played it in Brig McJoy all the time.
Prove it.
Did,
All right.
did.
Musical break.
Matt knows. We played it all the time. That and "Wanted Dead or Alive" by Bon Jovi. People love that.
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
That's a
Yeah.
fun karaoke jam, actually.
It's fun because you just you play it and then you do the "Wanted" and then you turn the mic around to the crowd and they go,
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Nobody's too cool to sing along to that song. That's what I learned. So that's a fun fact for everybody right there. Yeah. No, I'm sure
I love that.
Hairball probably makes more than acts that do original music because they got a built-in
That could be
audience.
possible. Yeah,
You
that could.
know.
Now, how does the them getting real boring for the folks out there? But just like, how does that work with like licensing and like all the ASCAP
That's a
fees and all
good
that
question,
junk?
actually.
How does
Yeah,
that work?
I'm curious.
The way that I understand it is, as long as you don't record it or put out a live copy of the
Oh,
album, you can play it. You can just pay like a regular ASCAP or BMI license, uh, just to. And they probably don't even do this, by the way, because no one's going to take the time to sue them for being a band, that plays a cover song, because bands that play their own
That's
music,
true.
they don't make money.
yeah.
They make ticket sales, but they don't get royalties for playing their
Right.
own
Right.
songs.
No.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm
Yeah.
sure that business model is probably sound. They just can't record any of their stuff and sell it. They can't post any videos online unless they pay
Right.
some kind of thing.
Yeah.
Although maybe they post online, I don't know. I'll have to look, but they're not
I'm
in
not
any
sure.
kind of trouble. I don't think so.
Yeah.
So
No, the only thing I could see is like it maybe like cannibalizing a little bit because like maybe like it might be more appealing to see Hairball do Poison than Bret Michaels do Poison at some point. Like that's a
It's actually a
possibility.
good
Like
point.
that's
Yeah.
well, like when you go see like Poison or Tesla, or I saw that Loverboy and Journey are coming here next summer.
Oh,
uh
wow.
whenever
Yeah.
you see a band like that, and these guys are in their 60s, and you just feel old, and it's not a comfortable. But
right.
the Hairball are probably in their 30s, and people are like, "Hey, I feel young." That's what they look like,
Yeah, they
because
look
I
pretty
was their
young.
age. So I mean,
Pretty
I think
spry. Yeah.
there's a little bit of a, I think maybe seeing a cover band would be more, like you said, Matt. It would be You wouldn't be reminded of the grim specter of death when you're watching your favorite band. And
The grim specter of death. Sorry,
Oh,
yeah.
Bret
well put.
Michaels. Yeah.
That's where you're at, buddy. Yep.
Sorry, CC DeVille. Good luck with that.
uh,
Good luck with that new crack cocaine addiction.
oh God,
Um,
yeah.
Oh,
Uh,
yep. Sad but true. God, that's hilarious.
good hard living. Those guys, yeah, those are good hard living.
I mean, look at
Uh,
Aerosmith. Those guys fucking scare you sober straight up looking at them
yeah,
right
but
now.
those
Like,
guys got like 20 years on like Poison and Motley Crue, and like some of them still look better. Like I don't know. I
God,
think
yeah,
Yeah.
I think those guys just they
that's
had
all the
fun.
sex.
That one. It's all the
That's
sex.
all the sex. I knew. Did you guys remember remember this? I'll just say this really fast because I was thinking about this the other day. I was thinking about the woman who used to manage the Music Land in the mall. Her name was Deb,
I absolutely
and
remember Deb. Yeah.
remember
Oh,
Deb?
that sounds familiar. I don't
And
though.
her favorite band. She was telling me this story. She was really cool. She was really nice. Her favorite band was Aerosmith, and she got to go see Aerosmith, go to a concert, got to do a meet and greet with them, and something to do with like she had won in a sales or something, like, so the company, like, gave her or whatever. And she's like, I even got a ride in the limo with Steven Tyler, and she was like, hey, she pretty much told me she blew him in the limo. I was like, I'm 16. I'm like, I was like, I was like, really? She's like, oh yeah, Steven Tyler, and yeah, I didn't fuck him, but well, I was like, okay,
That
did it.
thing's been a lot of places. Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
Hey, whatever,
What are you
I was
doing,
like,
Deb? Yeah.
I mean, that was what Dan told me the story once about this. His friend, she was married, and they went to a Winger concert, and she was invited to go.
Already love where this is going, man. Go ahead,
Yes,
yeah.
she was invited. She was invited to go on the bus with Winger and go to the next stop on the tour. Her husband was like, if you get on that bus, we're getting a divorce. And she went. So there's a certain level of middle, like 80s rock chicks, they're like, we're in it for the blowjobs and the just to fuck a rock star kind of thing. You
Yeah,
know,
for
that
sure.
all that
Yeah.
all went away with the grunge era. Whoops, but I think it's all the non-showering. But But yeah, I don't know.
Well, it
But
didn't.
yeah,
It
no,
Lunch
I mean,
didn't.
hour.
Yeah.
the girls, the '80s rock chicks were in it to win it. That's all I'm saying. Like, yeah,
Did they ever grow out of that though? Because I remember when I was living in New York
they
and
grow
it
out.
was me, Glassman, Fran, and our friend Cora Poj. I feel like you guys know her. We went to Heart opening for Journey, and there were a lot of people with like tour shirts from the 80s that looked like shit, but by God, they were going to wear them. The ladies
Yeah.
were still flashing them. Like, you know what I mean? And like, I was hearing random stories about, oh, yeah, I went on tour with them in 89, like shit like that. And I'm just like,
I
wow,
feel
maybe
like I feel like they. I think they've grown out of it, but anytime like they get an opportunity to bust out the old gear and go to
the
the show, I mean,
stories
right?
and yeah, the
Yeah, and
merch.
then
Yeah.
and they certainly would be like, "Well, I'm here already. I guess I'll just blow Kip Winger," so whatever,
Right.
like
Nothing wrong
so.
with a little
It is.
HJ,
It
hey.
is. It's very. It is kind of very akin to like kind of how we kind of our how music means things to us personally, because like we hear a song and it reminds us and we're like, oh, I need to listen to that album. They hear a song and they blow somebody. It's the same. It's the same
Yes.
nostalgic effect,
Yeah,
kind of.
Right.
Like I
Right. A little
think.
bit. I think so. I
it
think
was a
so.
simpler time. Simpler time.
It was a simpler time, but like and it was so like, and even like I mean, not to get into it, but even like how like unacceptable like that like rock culture, you know what I mean? Like
Oh
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
so not Me Too at all to wait,
Nope.
to get on Winger's tour bus. I mean that, yeah,
but I feel like if they had one more chance to get on Great White's tour bus, they would take it.
I think
They'd
they
be
do
like,
it. Yeah.
that's
they'd do
true.
it.
And I have seen this. Sadly enough, I think I saw this not firsthand, but secondhand. Anyway, we'll work on that later. But when I was worked crew for Candlebox at one show they did in Wichita, Kansas. This is
Ah.
Wichita, Kansas will make
Ah.
more sense when we get to that. But after the show, shit you not, there was a line of girls waiting to get onto Candlebox's like tour. This is
Well,
Candlebox in
well,
19
well.
like probably 98. So they were like 4 or 5 years
Well,
out of their prime already. And I could just like I was like, I don't know, but 19 at the time, probably 20, and I was just like, I just couldn't believe it. I was just like, really? Just Candlebox? Yeah. My buddy Ryan dropped their head amp, and I don't know who the lead
oh,
singer is because fuck that guy, and he got super pissed at him and just got real aggro on him for dropping his. Which he probably
Oh
shouldn't have dropped
God.
it because that like was our job. But anyway, we did. That was, yeah, it was our job,
Oh,
but
whatever.
we did it as well as Candlebox deserved that evening,
yeah,
and so
that's right. Yeah,
we'll
Yes.
leave it
yeah.
leave
I
it
was
that
gonna
way. Yeah,
say, yeah.
yeah,
You
I
yeah.
think
you
that's
worked at the level that you expected. So it was like,
Exactly,
that they
precisely. Yes,
that they
you met
deserved.
we
the
did
bar.
try.
It's
I mean,
fine.
we did try. We were like, we don't want to disappoint Candlebox. We don't let Candlebox. We're
Oh
going to
God,
show our
yeah.
faces in Wichita, Kansas
Heaven
again.
forbid.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
uh,
disappoint those guys. There's a special
uh,
place somewhere for people
I
like
saw.
I
that.
think the
Yeah.
band, like, sorry, but I think like the band Feeder. I don't know if you guys remember that band.
I
Like,
Oh,
remember
they were
Feeder.
like
absolutely.
that. I want to get
Absolutely. Yeah.
high. That they
Yeah.
opened up, and yeah, those were the late '90s.
Oh my God. Those are the bands that built Wichita, Kansas. That's
Exactly.
for sure.
It's old Feeder at the Kansas Coliseum this Thursday.
There's so many of those stories though, right?
Oh
Like
my
from
god! Oh
townie
yeah!
friends. Holy shit.
Oh yeah!
Yeah.
Wichita's a fucked up place. It's not haunted, but it's just something inherently fucked up about that place. Like, go, you'll see immediately what I'm talking about. It's really weird.
Oh my
uh,
God. That's
yeah.
They keep trying to
hilarious.
build like nice areas in Wichita. I'm like, why? Like,
Yeah,
it's like
I know, right?
it's
Like
gonna look busted. I'm sorry.
you
It's just
forget
gonna
where you're
happen.
at. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Exactly.
Uh, I don't mean no much
Uh,
no hate. Well,
How did you get that gig for Candlebox? By the way, was just out of
Yeah,
curiosity.
that's what I'm curious about
So
too.
we worked for my buddy Ryan and I in Lawrence when we were in college. We worked for it was called something promotions, like Avalanche Promotions or something that was like they were responsible for kind of booking a lot of the venues in Lawrence at the time, and so we I think it was over the summer that we did several shows, and that was Candle. I think that was the only remote one that we ever did. That was the big trip to Wichita, and the only other like kind of bigger show we did that I really remember was uh, what was the not Lollapalooza? What was
Warp.
the punk Warp Tour in like 98, 99. And that was kind of that was fun. Like it was hot as shit and like terrible work wise, but I got to meet the guys from Bad Religion while I was loading their
Did you
stuff.
say they were?
Oh, wow. That's
Didn't you
cool.
say they were slagging on Gwen Stefani or something?
They were, yeah. Weirdly enough, like that's how like long ago this was. Is they were like just kind of talking trash on Good Funny because weirdly enough, the reason I sort of engaged with Bad Religion is because I went to a I I swear to Christ, I'm not making this up. I went to church camp with his niece, the bass player's niece from Bad
What?
Religion, and so I had like a patch or something or I think I had a Bad Religion T-shirt that I wore to church camp. I guess rebel in your own way. I say safely,
Yeah.
rebel safely, and so she like oh my whatever is the bass player for Bad Religion. So I started talking about I know her and blah blah blah. And so but yeah, it was just I just remember that being cool and just remember it being very hot. And we stayed up until like 6 a.m. drinking that night. And so we didn't go to sleep that night. And so we were so tired. And it was an awful, exhausting experience, but a memory. So there we go.
Yes, I'm sure.
I might be drunk now,
Good
but it's going to
times.
be a memory. Yep.
Oh, that's fun.
That's
Kind
very
of
fun.
jealous of those moments.
Well, should we do some headlines? You guys got
Yes, we can
headlines?
definitely do
Did
that.
anything
Yeah.
happen this week?
Think on that, okay? Headlines of the week. That wake you up, Tice?
It did. I love it. I can't get enough of it. I really can't. That's my new ringtone. I'm gonna cut that out and make my.
Ooh, nice.
Scare the-
Let's sell it.
You know what?
Like it.
Just as a weird side note, that I've never put a custom ringtone on any phone that I've ever owned, and I feel like
I used to.
I feel like I've missed some part of like the mobile experience. So I think I'm gonna actually. I have plans for some. I have a ringtone that They Might Be Giants personalized for me. They say my name in the song, and I've never used it.
Whoa.
Yeah. So anyway, that was expensive. I don't want to talk about that. Anyway,
Oh boy.
it was worth it. Anyway,
I just saw they're playing here. I just got an email today. They're playing here in March. I got an alarm set for myself in the morning to buy some tickets. So
yeah, they just added those dates yesterday. Actually, you know what? I've got. If you remind me, I'll just make a note of it. I've got the pre-sale code because they sent it
text
out.
it to me after that.
That's fun.
Yeah, I'll send it to you. Taking notes during the podcast.
Sidebar,
professional.
professional.
It's fine. This is what we
Anyway.
do.
It has been a long. If you go, so anyway, back to the ringtone thing. It's something I've been meaning to do for a long, long time. I'm just gonna do it this week. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do that. Make a note about this. I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna put my picture up on IMDb.
Can we post your to-do list that you're coming up with right
I like
now,
this.
please?
I love that.
Yeah,
accountability. That's the problem with to-do lists. There's no accountability.
None.
You just got to share.
We'll hold you to it. We'll hold you to it.
Okay, yeah.
As will our 12 listeners.
Because I really need to.
Don't let us down, Tice.
I picked out 2 pictures for my IMDb thing, and so I did. I picked out 2 pictures, and I even wrote a little thing about me. So I just need to sign up, put my credit card in for a week, and then sign out. So anyway, headlines of the week.
I can't wait to start leaving like trivia and
Oh
like
yeah. You leave.
anachronistic trivia.
God,
Yeah,
me
man,
too. That is going to be
that's gonna be fun.
amazing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that'll be a good
Yeah.
time.
Yeah. No, I encourage. I actually might even post it on Facebook and be like, feel free to put some trivia in here.
I
I'd be
love
like,
that idea.
then I
Yeah.
have to go in and edit, remove. I never fucked a goat. Remove. I'm like, whatever. Okay. Headlines.
Oh my god. Yes, headlines.
Headlines.
Tice, go for it.
Oh, Trump lawyers offer a new theory. Maybe Trump is like Galileo. And this
And I'm
isn't the
sure the
big.
Pope wants to kill him, but other than that, it's fine. Sorry.
This isn't the big Trump news of the week, but I thought this was kind of funny. This came out Monday, I think. So was written by his lawyers in a lawsuit against Twitter for being banned in Twitter. And he actually and this is actually from it. It says crackpot ideas sometimes turn out to be true. The Earth does not revolve around the Earth does revolve around the sun, and it was Hunter Biden, not Russian disinformation agents, who dropped off a laptop full of incriminating evidence at a repair shop in Delaware. Galileo spent his remaining days under house arrest for spreading heretical ideas, and thousands of dissidents today are arrested or killed by despotic government eager to suppress ideas they disapprove of. This is not the American way. Anyway, it goes on. So, um, his lawyers are not good. But bottom
This
line,
these are his lawyers were making this, so this was not
this lawyer, this is this.
like
Yes,
a
yes,
4chan post. This was actually his legal representation actually
that's
making.
right.
Just wanted to clarify that before we.
Yeah,
All
yeah,
right,
yeah.
got it.
Yes,
Wow, that's fucking nutty.
That is pretty bizarre.
well, I mean,
Not surprising.
that's way out there. But I expect nothing less. This isn't
Mhm.
funny. I just think it's neat. They've discovered uh, they discovered a tunnel beneath a temple that may lead to Cleopatra's tomb,
Oh,
Ooh.
which is pretty cool.
That is
This
cool.
this woman, uh, uh, she's been searching for the tomb for nearly 20 years. She's believes she's made a pivotal breakthrough. There's many stories about this, but if you look on CNN and look for Cleopatra just tomb, they've never found it. It's really
huh.
so there's and since she was such a big player, they think it might be underwater. They think that they don't know where the tunnel leads to, so they still haven't figured out where it goes. But the tunnel is supposedly like an engineering marvel.
I just want
Uh,
Nicolas Cage to answer the rest of this for me. I'm just throwing that out there. Whatever happens after this point, Nicolas Cage has got to answer it in his own form for me.
Yep. I
So,
hope they
yeah,
have him on
that
speed
sounds
dial. Yeah.
awesome.
Mhm.
I heard a rumor that he is in talks for the new National Treasure TV series, which I've never seen the movies, so I don't know if
Oh,
that's a good thing or a
interesting.
Oh my
bad thing.
god, dear God, please. Yes. Amazing. Yeah.
That would
That'd be
be
great.
wow.
And then I'm going to let you guys get into the thing, but I just wanted to point out on today's New York Post.
This is good. I gotta take a screenshot of that actually for the show.
Yeah,
Oh, so good.
it has a really pretty depressing story about children of war, but at the very bottom, the headline reads, Florida man makes announcement, page 26. So, so that
Just
is,
the mental image of his head exploding after
Oh
seeing
my
that for the
god.
first time.
Oh
Oh
my
my God,
god.
warms my heart and my soul.
Oh,
Amazing.
absolutely. Yeah. Now I love to see that because apparently Murdoch has been making statements the last couple of days that they're done. Like they own the New York Post, Wall Street Journal. Basically, if it's in words, Rupert Murdoch probably owns part of it.
owns it.
Uh,
Yeah.
but yeah, but they're dumping on him, and I love like that was they did the Trumpty Dumpty had a big fall cover a few days ago, and so yes, I love it. He is a man on his own fucking crazy island, and it's going to be sort of interesting to see how many people move there with him. So, but
Did either one of you watch an announcement last night? Because I don't know if they
I,
broadcast it.
I
Well,
haven't watched it yet.
I saw a picture of it. It was just him. Like there was nobody there. Like I
it
mean,
was just from
there.
Mar-a-Lago. Like he just basically
Yeah,
did it from his living room. Like there wasn't a lot of
Really?
effort. Well, yeah, it was from
he didn't even.
Mar-a-Lago. I don't know. He's got a private big
Okay.
living room, but yeah, but it was from Mar-a-Lago. Yeah.
I think there were some people
Wow.
there. I don't know, but I mean, like I saw a
Well, because
fact
I
check.
saw a snippet and it had like it sounded like there was background, like there were actual people there that were cheering him on. Yeah.
But like none of his family were there or anything like that. I don't think anybody really wants to
No,
see him go.
Go through this shit again.
his daughter, what's the one he loves, or like really loves?
Ivanka,
Ivanka.
Ivanka, yeah.
comfortably loved.
Tiffany also got married, by the way,
Hey,
this week.
Tiffany got married. Yeah.
Congratulations,
He
Tiffany.
actually walked her down the aisle. Way to go, Don.
Good for him. Good for him.
Yeah.
For his
Dad of
Fitbit
the year.
fucking burned his arm.
Do you think
But
when they were about to walk down the aisle, he was like, "What's your name again? Why do I have to do?"
And I read
Sorry.
that she announced her engagement on the last day of his his last day in the White House. She announced from a picture in the White House her engagement, and then she booked her wedding after the midterms. Like this is amazing. Like
That
like
girl.
yeah,
God
wow.
damn.
she's clearly not the favorite. I don't know why. He
Yeah.
loves Marla Maples so much, and she looks more like Marla Maples. It seems to me like she would,
She does.
his incestuous instincts seem weird to me, but I mean, they seem reversed.
Is that for another show, Tyson?
That's probably that's a deep
Well,
dive. But
Tyson, he is getting older and settling down. Maybe, only one of his daughters is,
it's gonna work.
seems like
True. Yeah.
appropriate for an older man.
Anyway, continue.
Yeah.
Sorry. No, I don't know. What was it?
I don't remember what we're
Was
talking
anybody
about.
talking over? We were talking about
Trump
something.
Oh no,
running.
I said
Trump.
something about we got
Dumpy.
on Ivanka. Basically, yeah, sorry. So Ivanka basically made a statement. She's out. Like she's not going to play any political role. So yeah, even his own kids haven't quite heard. I'm sure Don and Eric don't have anything fucking better to do. So they'll be there.
Yeah,
They're
they'll be on
100%
the
in.
campaign trail for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah.
But yeah, it was. You know what? It was kind of amazing how quietly the whole thing kind of got announced and just sort of like. I mean, I really think it was just very quiet. It wasn't impactful. He got his ass kicked. I'm sure we'll probably talk about last Tuesday a little bit more, but that was the thing. Like his people lost. Like the election deniers,
Yep.
Secretary of State people, the people we needed to lose
Yep.
lost,
Yep.
and people freaked out, and rightfully so. And so I think that people are starting to realize that I think I don't know, but it's
How
I think
about that
Trump,
red wave, man? That didn't
yeah,
happen.
that
Shit.
red wave, yeah,
Holy
oh,
shit,
the
man!
red wave.
Last podcast, I was feeling hurt when we got off the.
Yeah.
You know what? I was
Everybody
maybe
was
like
in a state.
outwardly confident last week, but I was you know what? I just election nights ever since
No.
2016. It's just like it's like the bad touch, and I'm apprehensive like every 2 years now, and so I'm not and it it was looking really good. I don't know how late we were up watching midnight 1 o'clock, but it was looking a lot better. There was no red wave established on
No.
Tuesday night,
No.
which was great to see. And so looks like we lost the House, kept the Senate, and that's really okay. I think I'm I'm
I
happy
think
with
so
those
too.
results. Yeah, I'm happy with
Yeah.
those results. So democracy lives.
Yay.
Another round. Another round.
For 2 more years at least.
2 more
At
years.
least.
At least.
Oh God.
America best consumed by November.
So by date.
Expiration date 2024.
Expiration date,
Yeah.
possibly. So
It's like
Do
the debt
you
ceiling.
guys think that this is giving a boost to Uncle Joe's ego? Do you see him really running for Prez?
I don't think so.
I
I
don't
really
either.
don't think so. I think
Yeah.
the only way he would do it, I think, is if Trump somehow managed to get picked as the
I agree.
guy.
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah.
only thing because he's like, I could beat him again. You know?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I think if it's DeSantis, Biden will lose. He just will.
Yeah.
I think so too.
And
Yeah, agreed.
I think the Democrats are hard pressed to find a candidate against DeSantis, and I know the Republicans know that. And so I don't know. I think we're going to probably lose the presidency in 2 years. Unless we've got somebody who, I mean, I don't know. Unless DeSantis does some stupid shit over the next, 24 months, which is possible.
Well, I mean, he seems to be doing stupid shit already, and no one seems to care. I mean,
right.
I mean, he penalized or he he penalized what the football team, the Marlins, or the baseball team, the Marlins, because they sent out a thing saying, we're sorry that people got hurt and the hurricane or something like that. I don't know. And like he was
Oh,
like,
I
nope,
didn't.
he took funding away from them. Yeah,
Oh,
it's
of
just weird.
course.
Yeah,
I mean,
Yeah.
he
he
just does
does.
weird shit.
I mean, the one
Yeah.
thing you got to keep in mind about DeSantis, though, is he's smart about doing high-profile, uneffectual stuff. Like he does a
Yeah,
lot
yeah.
of stuff that really like makes the waves. Like the whole don't say gay bill. Did that really change a whole lot? No. But how long did we hear about that? He's very good about that. He's
Right.
very good about making, and the left is partially responsible for his success because they freak out and then we amplify it and then it becomes a thing. And so like we got to really, I mean, DeSantis is not Trump. Like, I hate the guy. He's a terrible guy, but he's not that far off from just a typical Republican asshole. And
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
okay with typical Republican asshole. I
Yeah.
just am. I'm okay with it. It's sad to say, but that's where we are. And anyway, but I,
Yeah. I mean, I still hope he loses, but I mean,
I do too. And it's going to be
Same.
it's
God.
going to be,
Yeah.
and Tyson, not for nothing, it's going to be a fantastic primary season on the Republican.
You're right.
It is going to be. Oh, it's going to be fun.
Ted Cruz is running. He's running. I
Oh,
know he's going to run.
and I've got it. I had one of my. I'm just going to take it now because I didn't
Oh,
really have a
boy.
headline, but I don't know if either of you caught Mike Pence's interview. I think it was
I
on.
haven't yet. I added it to Hulu, right?
Oh
I think it's
my
on
god!
Hulu.
All right, let's.
Yeah.
I want you to watch it because it's not timely. It's Mike Pence. Kathy and I watched it a couple nights ago, and there's nothing quite like you and your partner Mike Pence spending an hour together.
Romantic.
But yeah,
Yeah.
but anyway, he's a gigantic piece of shit. He has a new book coming out.
Can't wait to not read
watch the
it.
interview.
Yeah.
I was just yelling at the screen nonstop. Like he is the for having someone want to execute you. He's amazingly milquetoast. He's amazingly milquetoast.
Isn't his book called "You Hurt My Feelings, Mr. Trump" or something like that?
Oh no, his book is like something like about like Jesus.
Is that what it's called? Oh, okay. I thought it had some kind of name like something like Mr. Trump was mean to me, or I don't know.
Oh no, he won't even go that far. Like seriously, he's still like. He still kind of sticks up for him in a weird, yes, which is amazing. So, anyway.
Yeah.
Is that the one on Hulu? Is that the one you watched?
It wasn't on Hulu. It was like I think it was on NBC actually. I think it was like they actually broke into programming. Kathy actually recorded it, but it actually like broke into normally. So it must have been like a late minute interview. They got scheduled with him right before the Trump announcement. I'm guessing that's what. Yeah, I guess that's what sort of. The impetus was for it, but
all right, I'll look
anyway, you should watch it and yell at your TV for an hour. It's good fun.
Add it to the list. Ooh, a little preview. Yeah.
I will try to jump into my headlines. A few fun ones. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers sues Indiana shopping center after being told it can't sell chicken fingers. So I don't know. People are familiar with. I think I've had Raising Cane's maybe once or twice. It's all right. It's chicken.
It's all right. It's okay.
It's a chicken finger joint. So apparently, Raising Cane's, a restaurant famously known for exclusively selling chicken fingers, is suing a northwestern Indiana shopping center after being told 8 months and over $1 million to construction later that it would be prohibited from selling chicken fingers due to a long-standing undisclosed deal with McDonald's. So apparently they made some agreement with McDonald's back in the day that said they had exclusive chicken rights. So they sold this parcel to Cane's Chicken Fingers. They let them build it, and then they informed them that they, by contract, were allowed to sell chicken fingers. So they have sued, clearly. We'll see how that funds. But, I like to keep Indiana local news in the.
They don't even sell chicken fingers at McDonald's. I mean, they used to sell
they
chicken.
Sell like the nugget, the sandwich, which is quite nice. I like their new fried chicken sandwich. Is quite tasty. Oh, you don't
don't
really
enjoy it.
like it?
Every
Oh.
time I've had two, and every time I had it, the chicken is so pressed, it feels like I'm eating linoleum. So maybe I've just gotten
Uh,
bad sandwiches.
It's
Maybe I'll
possible.
try it.
It's
I'll try it
possible.
again
You give it a third
because
shot.
I
yeah,
want to
third
like it.
time's a charm.
I
Yeah.
will say the first couple I got from them were not ideal, but I think they're getting the hang of it. Now that
Stop
they've got
using
an
real chicken.
average employee retention of 17 days, I think they're starting to get the hang of it.
Yep.
Just a quick one. HelloFresh, the famous food delivery service, accused of using coconut milk obtained from monkey labor.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
So HelloFresh
Jesus.
uses coconut milk obtained from monkey labor in the Thailand, according to in Thailand, not the Thailand, according to allegations of the people of ethical treatment of animals. Monkeys are chained, whipped, beaten, and forced to spend long hours picking coconuts. An investigation PETA. So it's PETA, so take it with a grain of salt. But it sounds bad.
I have seen footage of those monkeys harvesting coconuts.
That's
Yeah,
incredible.
it's interesting. I mean, I feel bad for the monkeys, but at the same time, they look like they're having fun, at least when they're up in the tree. So, you know, I don't know. I can't. I'm
If
not a
they're
monkey
having a good
whisperer.
time, who
I don't
cares?
know. If you can trick a monkey into working for you, I don't know. It's a toss up for me. I don't know. I don't really
Yeah,
see
a little
the.
tricky.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not like there's a cleanliness issue. I don't think. I think it's
God
anyway.
gave man domain over all the animals, including the monkey butlers.
Oh, that's right. I forgot.
Monkey butlers. Yes, it's true. Add that to the list, Tyson.
So this is part of a larger story that I'm sure we'll have a few comments about. How much did Twitter's verification chaos cost the insulin maker Eli Lilly and Twitter itself?
Oh, yes.
Uh,
Oh, so
so
funny.
little backstory on this. So one of by the way, we can stop calling Elon Musk a genius, I think, at this point. So one of his
That ship has sailed.
his ideas to make money on Twitter is for a long time people have, for a very good reason, there's been a verification process on Twitter that gives you a little blue with a check mark or a little oval flower thing. And it's to let you know that the person providing the information or saying something is like a verified account. So, for example, if I were to create a Twitter account called Tyson Dynus, there's nothing to prevent me from, saying that I'm going to, I don't know, start doing my own. I'm going to start flossing, for example.
Yeah.
Sure.
But Tyson Dynus could go through this process of verifying his account, and he gets the check mark. So when you're talking to that guy, you're talking to that guy.
Right.
Elon had this idea to make some money to basically sell this check mark for $8. A figure he came up with after Stephen King basically told him to go fuck himself when he mentioned that they should spend $20 a month. So they they actually did it. Like, that was the crazy thing. Is I didn't realize they'd actually done it until this happened. So anyway, they do this to basically sell this verification. Instead of going through the process, you can just buy the check mark. And a bunch of people overnight, and God willing, if I would have known about this, I would have been all over this shit for 24 hours.
So many accounts
they created
are verified,
new accounts, and so one of them, as dozens of these corporate spoof accounts that were created, but one of them was for Eli Lilly, who made a tweet that said, Eli Lilly is proud to announce that insulin will now be free from now on. Which received 10,000 plus likes. I think it was up for like 4 hours before somebody figured out that some funny from Eli Lilly realized that insulin was not free anymore. And that tweet it cost them $15 billion in market cap value on the Wall Street.
Wow.
$15 billion.
Oh my.
So this is a big problem for Elon. Now they did I'm not giving him any credit. Scratch that. They did stop allowing new user accounts. So you just can't sign up for a new user account. However, they've still left if you have an existing account, to verify that. So if you still have an old fake account, you can still verify that.
Still verify it, yeah.
It's, I'm really, the only thing I kind of want to say about this is I'm really interested in sort of the long-term, like, there's got to be some liability implications for this. I have to think. I mean, like this, like, if you are on a platform and you have this sort of thing that says this is legitimate, this is our message. I mean, so I'm really wondering if they're not going to sue the shit out of Twitter along with basically everyone
They
walking
have
the
to.
planet.
Yeah.
So I'm sure
Yeah.
the remaining 9 employees will figure it out. I'm sure they will. It's fine.
Did you see that thing today that he sent out a
Uh,
questionnaire to all his
I
employees?
did. Yeah, go ahead. You have the
I
yeah.
missed this. What was that
He,
about?
I read this on CNN. He basically said that he sent out a thing saying, "Listen, I need you to be hardcore and work long hours,
Hardcore.
and
He actually
and
said hard. Of
He
course he
did say
did. Why am
hardcore.
I?
of course he did."
Okay. Yeah.
Then he smoked a bowl, and then whatever. Anyway, he's Elon Musk.
Called Grimes. Please take me back now.
Called Grimes.
Smoked a bowl, called Grimes, didn't brush his hair. So the so he was like, if you're willing to be hardcore, and he had a link to a survey where you could answer these questions. So basically, he was like, and if you don't fill out the survey, you get 3 months, you know, you know,
Severance, yeah.
Severance.
severance,
Yeah.
and you're out. So like, I was like, well, I would just fill it out and be like, yeah, I'm hardcore. I would, and then I would just work as hard as I work now, if I was a Twitter employee. But I mean, I feel like I would have already been out the door as soon as I heard he was going to buy it, just in case. You know what I mean?
Right.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
anyway, he's a nut, and he's going to go bankrupt, and he deserves to be bankrupt. He's trying to repopulate the earth like him and fucking whatever Ray J or whoever that guy is. Not Ray. You know what I'm talking about.
Nick
Nick
Cannon.
Cannon, not Ray. I mean, probably Ray J, but definitely Nick Cannon. Yes.
Ray J's
Well,
definitely.
welcome to what's child number 12.
God.
But yeah, like I mean, he's like, I said yesterday. Was it yesterday that the 8 billionth person was born on the Earth?
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
it was.
Statistically,
Yeah.
and so they
Yeah.
said that it's going to cap out in 2080 at 10.4 billion or something like that, and then there's going to be a decline. And he's like, "There's already a decline. We need to have more babies." And I'm like, "That's bullshit. You just want to fuck a bunch of different women, and then have babies, and then because you can
Right.
afford it." I was like, "There's a difference here. It's not the same."
Yes. It's
thing.
a weird power move that goes back to biblical times. It's not
Yeah.
it's not a new
Yeah.
thing, Elon.
No.
Like you're trying to show off by having what do they call a bevy?
Harem?
I don't know. A harem?
A
Well,
harem.
he's once a harem too, but I don't know. But yes. Elon. I love watching the disaster just continue to burn, and it's
yeah. Yep.
when those loans come due, woo, that's gonna be
Oh my
Yeah.
God, that is gonna be.
And he went to court yesterday or today over the fact that how he got so rich because his Tesla pay. Did you guys see that? So he was in court
No.
today.
Huh.
Yeah, because he got rich because he cashed out a bunch of Tesla paid him a bunch of money.
right,
Oh,
yeah.
right.
That's how he got so
Okay.
rich.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
and that's actually probably illegal. So I mean, he's in a bad place, and I could not.
He's in
be
a
happier.
really bad place.
Anyway, continue on. Sorry.
All right.
Bad.
Sorry, I had a lot of them this week.
That's okay.
The next one, a couple fun ones. Well, a couple. We already talked about Pence. We can get rid of that one. So I mentioned, and I still encourage everyone. I think it comes out on Friday. Is the Christmas Story sequel, which I'm very excited about.
Oh,
My family will be here, so it's going to be special. I'm hoping to order some Chinese food and celebrate a Christmas Story.
Hey.
And then I saw this: A Christmas Story house hits the market, but price is confidential. So they are actually putting the original home, which is not in Indiana as the movie sort of takes place, but it's actually in Ohio. It's in Cleveland. They put it up for sale, but they're not telling you how much it is. So
Oh God.
now I am not quite at the point where I'm willing to sell my own home to move to Cleveland.
Not yet.
live.
Okay.
Not yet.
Like 45% there.
It's not that far
I
away.
missed out years ago. I think I've actually even mentioned on the podcast that I missed out like buying the Goonies home about 20 years ago. This is definitely on the bucket list of homes that I just,
Yeah, but you'd be next to all those goddamn dogs. It'd be horrible.
It's true. It's true. The bumpus heads would be a problem, but also amusing. So it's part of the effect. And then finally, I don't know if we'll want to talk about this or not. We did watch it. Dave Chappelle's SNL lands biggest audience of the season.
Oh, snap.
So
All right.
there were some kind of like scuttlebutt, I guess you would say, before the show, saying that some SNL writers had were boycotting. I don't know that ever got verified or validated or verified.
I
Chappelle
don't
said
know.
that they'd sent him like 72 sketches to approve, and so I think it was all overblown. It was good. I really enjoyed it.
I liked it.
I don't. I did too.
I,
I
I
still
haven't
like
I
watched
liked
it
Chappelle.
yet. I'm gonna watch
I
it
liked it.
tonight.
I really like that skit where they had Mikey Day take Dave Chappelle's place in the skit and
Yes.
be Dave Chappelle's character. I'm not gonna say anything more about it, but I did laugh a lot during that.
Yes. Yeah. No. Agreed. So anyway, that yeah, it wasn't a big deal after all. And I just, we got to calm down, folks. Calm down. Calm down. You don't have to freak out about
Chill.
everything.
Chill.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's just anyway.
Take it down a
Those,
notch.
those are my
Yeah.
headlines. Those are my
Those
headlines.
are pretty good. Pretty
Pretty
good,
good.
guys. I just have a couple. I'll go through them quickly. Back to Elon, and then I just want to be done with him, honestly. But Elon,
As we all
so
do.
happen.
Uh,
Elon Musk fans have created a $600,000 goat monument dedicated to their hero. This is a real thing. It's a 30-foot long goat looking centipede thing with Elon's fucking head at the top. It's weird. Everybody Google it, check it out.
It is weird.
But it did
it is
cost
weird.
them over £500,000, so about $600,000. And yeah, it's just very strange, and it's riding a rocket. Just check it out. Yeah, but they plan to present it to him in Austin, Texas, later this month, which actually we're going to be in Austin, Texas for Thanksgiving. And if it's there, I swear to God, I'm going to FaceTime you guys from the goat,
That
and
would
it's
be
going to
great.
be amazing. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, TBD. But yeah, giant waste of money. This is
Yeah.
what's happening in the
What this
world.
guy said, and the guy who organized it, a crypto numbnut,
Yeah.
he was like, I just want to meet him, so we built him this thing basically so we can meet him. I'm like, no
Yeah, you're
shit.
right, Tice. He was like, we really just want to meet the guy and give it to him. After all,
Yeah.
he is the most innovative human
Oh,
alive, hence the goat.
hence the goat.
I
Yes.
And
don't
if you
know.
don't know what goat means, he spells it out for you. I mean, this guy's a tool and a half. Like, how in the fuck did you raise that much money?
I feel like I feel like Elon's gonna be like, I'm not meeting with that guy.
Yeah,
you
I
know,
don't. Right, yeah, I'd
You
be very
think?
interested to see if Elon shows up. Like $600,000, it's a nice gesture, but for him, that's it's like
wasn't this guy's bit currency or his currency, his coin or whatever it's called? Jeez, I should know.
Cryptocurrency?
I work in this business a little bit. Yeah, isn't it named after Elon Musk? It's something like Elon's coin or something like that. I mean, this guy's a big fan. So
Yeah.
maybe he will. I mean, maybe Elon will meet with him because I mean that kind of worship fits kind of into maybe something he would be into.
I mean, I feel
yeah, I
like he
kind of
kind
get
of
that.
likes that
Yeah,
stuff. Yeah.
yeah. He's an ego. Yeah.
Oh my God. I mean, this
Whew.
thing is amazing. It's also going to be our picture for the show.
Well, very good.
And then lastly, Nickelback to be inducted into the Canadian Music Hall of Fame.
Oh,
Just
I
in
did.
case
Oh,
you were
Weirdly,
wondering.
I did see that, but I'm glad you remembered it.
Yeah. Way
I'd
to
not
go,
heard that.
Nickelback.
Good for
Yeah,
you,
way to go.
Nickelback. Way to write the same song twice. Two number one hits with a bullet. If you don't know what I'm talking
Oh,
about, look up Nickelback, same song, or Nickelback. Let's see. How would you search for it, guys? It'd be Nickelback, two songs, the same song,
Something
something
like
like
that.
that.
That'd
the
work.
same.
Yeah.
Yeah, even like the same song, I feel like it will bring
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
to it.
because basically they just overlap these two different songs and they are the same. So
Exactly.
Yeah,
it is
exactly.
I mean same key,
Not
same
not a lot of
break.
innovation there. Yeah,
I mean talk about like a hey it worked last time kind of thing, you know. So uh and it did. Yeah, good for
it
Nickelback.
did. Yeah, why not? Good on you. Oh my
So many.
god. That's it.
That's it. Yeah.
Yep.
See,
We have
is
headlined.
that Avril Lavigne still married to that dude? Is that still the
I
case?
think they broke up,
Oh, did they?
right? I
That
don't know.
Chad
Text,
Kroger
you're
guy?
the
I
hot
don't know.
goss. What's up with
I,
Avril
I,
What's up
and
with what's up with Avril?
I thought she wasn't she married to that guy from Sum 41? Or am I different
No, I
thinking
thought
wrong?
she was married to Chad
I thought
Kroger because
it was Chad Kroger too. But maybe
that's
it
Avril,
was some
it's
41.
pretty unpunk to marry Nickelback.
Producers,
Yeah,
wake
but
up. Yeah.
yeah.
well, I
We'll figure
mean,
it out. We'll figure it
okay.
out. Yeah.
I didn't know that she was Avril Lavigne and Chad Kroger were a thing, but to each their own. I don't know what
Yeah.
to say about it.
I don't either.
I mean, I still have this weird thing. Isn't one of the guys from like Saves the Day or something like not
No,
Saves
you
the
were
Day.
right. She's actually married twice. She was married to a dude from Sum 41 and a dude from Nickelback. So wow, that is
Well.
wow.
Tice. Coming through again.
That is a powerful recollection.
Nah, that is the hot goss. You guys are right. Jesus Christ. Get
Who
over
would
it.
you like to thank for
This
this
iPhone has
recollection?
ruined
People
my life.
magazine again? Yeah.
Oh, gee, I don't know what Avril Lavigne's up to.
I don't know.
Lots
I
of
did read.
stuff.
Yeah, I know. But somebody it's like Saves the Day or somebody's married to not Gwyneth Paltrow, but Cameron Diaz. Do you know what I'm talking about? Some guy
Oh,
in some emo band.
it's Good Charlotte. One of the
Good
guys.
shot.
I think that's right.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is weird, but
Yeah,
whatever.
it's a little
That's fine.
weird.
Yeah,
And then
I don't know.
Nicole Richie is married to the other one, the other twin. So
What's
there you go.
going on with? I don't know. Anyway. Speaking of
Hollywood
Hollywood,
twins, whatever. Yeah.
Holly weird. All right, let's do some headlines.
Let's do some plugs maybe. You wanna
Yeah,
do
maybe some
those?
plugs.
All right.
Oh, plug. Sorry.
You, the ice cream manufacturer.
Tice got distracted with Avril. He's
Yeah.
like thinking about her now.
The
It's been a
frozen
minute since I checked in.
In this previous
And
relationships.
you, the food retailer. Stand today in the midst of a selling revolution. For today, you're in a merchandising era of self-service, where display and accessibility are the key to successful merchandising. Yes, today's problem is merchandising. To sell in high volume for high profits, frozen products are impulse items, and impulse buying is primarily an emotional decision.
My cats
Yeah.
are fighting.
Dude, your
Sorry.
cats have been great this whole time. When we were talking about Hairball,
See
they
him
were
back
like
there?
planning an exit strategy. Like the two of them kept looking at each other like, how do we get this doorknob to work? Yeah, it's great.
I'm like meow. Look at him right there. Okay.
Do you want to?
Say one.
God, I love cats. I want to kiss their faces since they don't get enough kisses apparently.
We don't need to talk about that again.
Who doesn't love kisses? That's my question.
My cats, they're fine. They get plenty of kisses. They've never complained. So we saw Black Panther 2 Monday night.
Ooh, nice.
That was great. It really was great. It was kind of sad, because it's a lot about Chadwick Boseman.
Yeah.
But they really pulled off the Namor thing, and the pacing was great. And there's new superheroes, and there's it was really good. It was the most emotional Marvel movie I'd ever seen.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Yeah. So, and I think actually Viola Davis might get an Oscar nom. I mean, if there was ever going to be a superhero movie that got an Oscar for an actress or an actor, period, this might be the one.
I love her.
Yeah,
God, I love her.
I guarantee you they're going to do it.
I hope they do.
They have to.
She's
They
fucking
have to.
awesome.
They have to. They're going to stay relevant. They have to. So.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's true.
So they're definitely not going to do it.
They're definitely not going to do it. It's good. Touche, Tyson. Man, it's touche.
Anyway, I recommend it. It's long. It's like 2 hours and 40 minutes long, but it's good.
Oh,
and
geez.
it didn't
Okay.
feel that long, to be honest with you. And there's a lot of great I mean, just like every other Marvel movie, there's lots of great action pieces and whatnot. So anyway, highly recommended. We did watch The Greatest Beer Run Ever, which I enjoyed, but
I liked it.
I have the same complaint that I have about every Vietnam movie, which is it hits the same beats basically. I mean, there's two kinds of Vietnam movies. There's Full Metal Jacket, and there's Good
Mm,
Morning Vietnam. This falls
mm,
into the Good Morning Vietnam,
very much so. Yeah.
where it's all happy clappy, and then war, oh geez, it's terrible, and then it's happy again, kind
Huh.
of, but not really, because there was a war. So that's basically, but it was definitely worth watching. I would watch that.
I really like Zac Efron in it. I thought he did a good job.
I didn't know who he was until the end. I was like, oh, that's Zac Efron. Like, who is this guy? Uh,
Ah,
sorry, I
love
didn't.
it.
I didn't know. And I think my wife has a huge crush on Russell Crowe, so she was in it for that, and he was fine.
Yeah, he was
Um,
good in it too.
yeah, I mean, it's Peter Farrelly, so he did he did Green Book, so
Yeah.
uh, so this is very much it kind of hit those same kind of notes for me that
Yeah.
Green Book did. It's sappy a little bit, but it wasn't a bad movie by any stretch of the imagination. It's not going to win an Oscar for Best Picture.
It will not. No.
They're never gonna let Peter Farrelly win another Best Picture Oscar. I'm pretty sure. The fact that he won one, and he also
One and
did
done. Yeah.
Dumb and Dumber. So, anyway, and then finally, there's a new episodes of Inside Amy Schumer on Paramount
Hmm.
Plus and Comedy Central. And I will say that I was thinking that it would probably be a watered down version of the old show, which was quite biting. Uh, and it is not. it is. It
Lovely.
is. It is quite good. And there are some. We only watched one episode, but there are some skits in that episode. I was just like, oh
Oh
my.
boy. Oh, snap. Did you
Yeah.
blush, Tyson? It takes a
Well,
lot.
no, it was like it was like this is really brutal.
Ah,
Even for,
okay.
especially for like a comedy piece.
Mm.
Um, one has to do with freshman orientation. The other one has to do with Colorado. I'm not going to spoil it for you, but it was pretty great. So
Yep.
anyway, I would recommend checking that out. And those are the things that I watched this week. We did
Okay.
watch. Kira was here. We watched What We Do in the Shadows pretty much front to back because she'd never seen it, uh, and that was fun to rewatch. I hadn't seen it, so
It's so good.
it is. Matt,
Yes. Well, I did not watch a whole lot, but I did watch something I did not like. So I'm going to start off with an unplug,
Oh shit.
and that is with Blockbuster on Netflix.
Oh.
So
Oh.
now
Okay.
you have to give. I'm going to give Netflix a thumb up for just putting a finger in the eye of Blockbuster by creating a show called Blockbuster in the first place. And I really do think that was the whole point of the thing. So I can't be too hard on the show, but it's not good. It's just not. I made it through
Yeah.
the first couple of episodes. I mean, it's not terrible, but it's just nothing. Nothing caught me. Didn't engage me. So I am not recommending Blockbuster. Just appreciate the joke within, and that's probably the best thing that show could have probably ever lent to Netflix. The other plug I have is not for a television or movie, but for a condiment that you might be able to find in your local grocer shelves. The other day, Kathy sent me a text message with a photo of Arby's sauce on sale over the counter, and I am a huge fan of Arby's sauce.
Is that horsey sauce? Is that
And
horsey?
no, they also, so as an accompaniment, they also do sell horsey sauce. So if you're a fan of either Arby's sauce or horsey sauce, you don't have to go through the drive-through and grovel anymore like I do and be like, I need a lot of Arby's, because they hold on to that shit. They do.
Fill up the bag. Yeah.
Like, I don't know why, but like, most fast food places like need some ketchup, boom, 40. They're like 2. No, you get 2.
That's what Taco Bell's doing with their fire sauce these days. Yeah.
Yeah, what the hell? It's like
I don't like it.
Don't even get me started.
That's a whole
Taco Bell.
thing, yeah.
That's a whole episode. That's a season.
That's a season.
Jabber Jabber presents Taco Bell. A season.
I feel like that could be the documentary that picks us up for HBO.
Exactly. Regret meal. Yeah.
The tagline: "Don't get me started on Taco Bell."
So anyway, those are my plugs. I'm excited to have a full
I
jar of
would.
Arby's sauce.
I honestly assumed
Very
horsey
nice.
ice because I don't usually use wet ingredients. That's what I thought somebody called sauces wet ingredients.
Wet
uh,
ingredients. Oh my god.
but
Funny.
I just thought that Arby's sauce and horsey sauce was the same thing because I
Now,
just thought
Arby's sauce is akin to barbecue sauce, but it's actually a little closer to this British condiment called brown sauce, which is not quite the same. So it's kind of a hybrid between brown sauce and barbecue sauce. So
what is horsey sauce?
it's like horseradish sauce. I think it's like
Oh,
Horseradish.
like
Yeah.
a white. I like. I have a thing with white food, but some people enjoy it. I don't know.
white food. That's fine.
It's weird.
Yeah.
It's a
To
weird,
each their own.
It's a weird
Yeah.
kink. Anyway, those are my plugs. That's it. I'll turn
Very
on
nice.
more TV.
Well done.
There's a lot of stuff I want to watch.
There's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff
Yeah.
coming out for sure.
Yeah, I'm watching the biggest one I'm excited for. I haven't started yet is White Lotus. I need to rewatch the first season though.
I'm waiting until a few more episodes come out, but it's supposed to be quite good. Yeah.
Oh, excellent. Looking forward to that.
Also, I would plug any interview of Jennifer Coolidge plugging that show on the red carpet. Fucking hilarious. It's basically how she's getting dates. That's all I'm going to say.
Very good.
Yeah, it's great. I just have a couple of plugs and an unplug, which I'm actually surprised you guys didn't bring up the unplug. But we'll get to it. So I'm going to plug some videos on the interwebs. Leslie Jones commentary during election night. I love it every year. She never fails. All of the stuff she said about Steve Kornacki this year, priceless. Leslie, don't stop. Be you. I love you. God, I love you. I watch all those videos like numerous times. My mom wants us to like get some like merch together for her. She loves her. Like we were just going back and forth with all the one-liners. She's phenomenal. And then my other plug is a game show on Hulu. Celebrity Jeopardy, hosted by Mayim Bialik. Smith, what do you think about that? How's that?
I wish someone else would have hosted. If only someone came to mind that the fans love.
I honestly loved it. And like I was telling Jonas last night when we were about to eat dinner, I was like, I'm going to put some bullshit on. So we put on Celebrity Jeopardy. We ended up watching like 4 episodes. It was super fun. I liked it.
I'll check it out. She's not that bad. It's just,
she's not that bad, Smith, honestly.
I know.
She's a pretty good host.
I know.
Will Wheaton's on one of the episodes. Aisha Tyler's on. Like, Tyson, you and Beth would love it too. Like, I'm telling you guys. Really enjoyed it.
I didn't say anything bad about it.
All right, well, yeah, well,
there was a little bit of a look.
It's been ages. I'll give it a shot because I love Jeopardy.
No, I love Jeopardy.
I know. Yeah. I know you both do, but I know Smith has a little, hard time with
it's a little issue. Yeah. It's a little issue.
Yeah. To be honest with you, I haven't watched an episode. I haven't watched an episode since Trebek left, I guess, or died, or whatever he did. So
now they're doing it in the Trebek Theater. So dedication. Nice. Yeah, it is nice. Yeah. R.I.P. Alex. And then your mustache lives on. It does. The unplug is for Gallagher dying.
Oh yeah.
That was sad.
No, I never read the article. Was it the original Gallagher or the brother Gallagher? I didn't look. Do you know this story?
No, I don't know.
Okay, so what happened was Gallagher, the original Gallagher, decided he was going to retire. So he sold his persona and all his jokes to his brother, who then became Gallagher and continued touring.
Is this real?
This is for real, yeah.
This is ringing a bell, actually.
This is kind of a famous inside comedian thing that I guess a lot of people don't actually know this, but yeah, he retired and he sold his act to his brother, who then went on to be Gallagher. He's also. So I was wondering which Gallagher died. Did they both die?
The real one?
I don't know.
I mean, he looked like the guy I remember like seeing on TBS late night, but I assume.
I think it's the real one.
Okay. Right?
Yeah. Pretty sure. I'll bet money on it.
But his brother
Somebody
looks a
prove
lot
me
like
wrong. I'll
I
send
don't
you
know. I'm
$10.
going down this rabbit hole after the show.
All
I
right,
can tell
Smith.
you that much. Yeah.
Report back.
Conflict with brother. Yeah. Legacy. Interesting. Huh. I don't know.
Well, his
Anyway.
brother kind of was a MAGA guy before MAGA was a MAGA thing. So
Oh, fun.
the
That's
jokes
great.
kind of changed a little bit,
Oh,
It's
interesting.
less
Didn't know
fun
he
and
actually
wacky.
talked. I thought he just, hit
Just
water
bang
bottles
stuff.
with a hammer.
No,
That's
he
all
was
did think that.
he was a thinker. He made you think. Yeah. Well, anyway, it's too bad he's dead. So
It's unfortunate. Yes, we
It
all
is.
remember him, and so therefore, it's a sad ordeal that he's gone.
there
Yes.
you go. Yeah.
Yes.
And I have not. I don't know. I'm refusing to watch the old bits because we just have a feeling it's not going to be as great as it once was. So
That's a good.
I'm just gonna.
That's a good philosophy.
Yeah.
Let that live in your brain is an
Exactly,
amazing
and in my heart,
spectacle and somewhat entertaining somehow.
I think
somehow, yeah.
I think his lasting legacy, if I had to put a name to it, would be Splash Zone. Before there was Galago, there was no such thing as a splash zone.
Yeah, I was actually wondering if people brought plastic like sheeting to the funeral. If that was
that would be great.
Smith.
Probably not.
Okay, I'm not even gonna go there. I was gonna make a dead body smashing joke, but we'll just leave it at that.
We all thought about it.
Sleep somewhere less haunted tonight, Dawson.
Sorry,
Jesus Christ.
I've been watching and experiencing a lot of paranormal stuff lately, so it's on my mind. Back off. All right.
There's 5 padlocks on that
casket.
Real,
I believe.
5 padlocks and a haunted Bible. The Jessica Dawson
that still has not gotten here, so thank you for sending it to the wrong address. Appreciate that. That's great.
Welcome. Just making a few trips on its way there.
That's great. Wonderful. Can't wait. That's going to be a fun podcast. It's just going to be floating around in the background. Something for the kids.
Like the Jonas will say, just so you know, the Bible's floating around behind your head. Just like the throw pillow of the Bible. I swear to God.
Yeah, could you send that shit back to Tyson Smith? Thanks.
You know what? I was going to bring this up earlier and I forgot, and I know we're running along, but there's in the Pike's Market in Seattle. Next time you go there, when you're there, next time you're there, there's a store there that is haunted, supposedly quite haunted.
Okay.
It's a pet store, and I've been there several times, and I've talked to the owners several times. This is nice married ladies, they couple, and I was like, so, and it's kind of a thing. It's kind of a thing they kind of talk about it. And I'm like, well, how do you know it's haunted? And they're like, well, when we come back into the store the next day, a bunch of shit's been moved around. So we have to replace everything and put it back.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, well, do you ever see anything happen during the day? And she's like, no, not really. But he's like, if I'm in here by myself, something might move or do something, when I'm not looking or whatever.
Right.
And I was like, well, how do you feel about this? Anyway, I was like, well, how do you feel about working in a place where that happens? She's like, oh, that's fine. I grew up with brothers. And I was like, wow, I suppose I was like, I would have never thought that, but
yeah. It's a very pragmatic attitude towards ghosts. Like, that's very healthy. It's like, it's a thing.
So anyway, if you're ever in Pike's Market, you should find that little store. It's interesting. They'll talk to you about the ghost. It's
absolutely.
That's fun. Yeah. Adding it to the paranormal investigation list. Thanks, guys.
Sure.
Oh, side gig.
Side gig.
That's the next podcast.
That is. I'm gonna make you guys join me on that. That's gonna get us the green. Okay. Anyway, we'll see. I'm still pissed that Zach Baggins is worth $10 million. I cannot get it out of my fucking head. I know.
I knew you were gonna say
bring it up like every other episode, but I'm not happy about it.
All right.
My ass is chapped. Yeah.
We all have things. We all have
we do. We all have our own beef. That's my number one. I'm also pissed that he spells his name Z-A-K. What happened to the C? Zach. All right.
Stolen
anyway, for another time. Yeah, stolen.
Hey.
Oh, all right, guys. Always a
All right.
pleasure.
Wrapping this up.
Happy
We're wrapping this up.
Thanksgiving.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
We're all doing things next week, so we'll probably you'll have to wait. There'll be
Yeah,
a
we'll
little
have
bit
something
of
for you at some point in time. But
hiatus.
yeah.
It'll
Yeah.
probably
What do you
maybe a
guys-
Sunday or Monday. We'll figure it out.
What are you guys doing?
Yeah,
What are the
yeah,
plans?
we'll talk about it.
My family's coming early. What are you guys doing?
We're not doing
Okay.
because
Oh, all right. Yeah, well, Beth's recovering, so
yeah. So
Are
and
you?
my parents are having it there at their house.
Oh,
Oh, gotcha.
And Sally
Nice.
and her family's gonna go, so we're just not gonna mess with it.
Excellent. Okay.
We're kind of doing a similar thing. We're doing it early, so we're gonna have a calm work weekend.
I like that. I love that.
Are you
Dawson,
going somewhere?
you guys-
Oh, you're going to Austin.
Yeah, I'm going to Texas, so
Okay.
we're gonna go visit Jonas's family, and then we'll be in Bastrop pretty much the whole week, and then Austin on Saturday before we fly out on Sunday.
Make
So
sure you send us any giant monuments to assholes.
I'm gonna look for it. I'm telling you guys,
good,
if
very
that
good.
dummy brought it, I will be there. I will try to ride that little girl.
Yeah.
Try to ride
I'll
that.
tell you.
They said the head of the thing is almost 6 feet tall. So if you can
Yes.
get close to the head, that would be impressive.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna do a selfie with the head. It'll be epic,
It would be.
as the kids say. Yeah.
Feel free to pick his nose.
That shit's getting
Oh,
me
I'm
face
gonna
so
do all
fast
the
for
things,
that.
Tice. Yeah. Nothing is beneath me. Let's just say that.
I like that.
I do
You
too.
should put out a business card.
Motto
Jessica
to live
Dawson
by.
Collier. Nothing is beneath me.
Nothing is beneath me. Jessica Dawson. Tilde.
We know this. It's nothing new. Like, yeah, whatever. Oh, all right. Well,
All right, gang.
that's it. That's all she
That's
wrote.
it. Happy
Oh, I'm
Thanksgiving.
also wearing my pavement shirt from the show.
Oh, nice.
You guys see that? Yeah.
Very
nice
nice.
Very
little-
much shirt.
hey,
I should have.
Remember, you guys should have bought merch after the show. Yeah.
I have a pavement shirt. It's in the closet. So
Tice, I bet you have like 5 pavement shirts.
I have 2. I busted
I
out all
believe
my
that.
t-shirts. Yeah, I'll tell you guys later about it. I'll tell you
All
about my
right,
t-shirt.
We'll talk about it next time.
Yeah.
T-shirt stories next time. All right.
Next
Bye,
week.
guys.
Bye.
Bye. Three,
Smith
4.
left first. Okay.
You did.